So I got some flack for a video I did yesterday morning. When did I do? I forgot when I did. I did it yesterday. And the point is, I was very critical of another commentator, and I just made it clear that I'm just not going to deal with the guy anymore, and that I don't trust him. And a lot of people give me a lot of flack for it. They said, what's this drama stuff and blah blah, right? And I gave it some thought. And this morning, I was thinking to myself, well, maybe I should delete the video, right? I mean, maybe I should delete it, and that way everything would go back to copacetic, right? And I thought to myself, no. Because what happens, it seems to me, is that we are inundated by bullshit, and it's just so much bullshit, and so many lies, and we accept them. And that's the problem. See, I have to be really, really clear. It's not an issue of disagreement. I disagree with a whole bunch of different people in the commentary community, and it's so much fun, to tell you the truth. When you disagree with somebody, that's how you actually learn. That's how you grow, how your thinking expands. I mean, one of my best online friends, Dr. Benway, right? We used to do a podcast together. It was a lot of fun. We did like 125 episodes. It's out there. It's the Coach and Benway show. Anyway, we would disagree on different things, and one of the things we disagreed about was the movie Network. Benway thought it was a masterpiece. I thought it was just stupid, right? And that it was logically incoherent and blah, blah. Anyway, the point is that, Benway was outraged at my opinion about the stupid movie, right? I mean, he was just completely outraged. He was just like, what the hell are you talking about? Network is the greatest thing since sliced bread, right? And I explained my reasons, and the thing is, they were viable reasons. I didn't change his mind. He still thinks I'm an idiot for saying that Network is a bad movie, or at least an overrated movie. But he understood where I was coming from. And his own understanding of the movie expanded because of it. And so this is just a long-winded way of saying, disagreements can often be very fruitful. Even when you don't change your mind on a particular issue, they can be extremely fruitful because it expands your thinking. By taking in the point of view of somebody that is opposed to you, you can better see why your position might be the correct one. See? And so it's not an issue of disagreement, and it's not an issue of changing your mind either. See, because lots of times, you get more information, better information, more accurate information, and you change your mind, radically change your mind. Like, for instance, and I have no problem saying this, before the war started, I was convinced that there was going to be no war, that it was all just baloney, and that everything was going to be wonderful. And that turned out not to be the case for a piece of information that I did not know. And that bit of information was that the Zelensky regime, at NATO's instigation, had assembled an invasion force of about 100,000 men in the Donbass area. That's been coming out. In the West, they're not giving it as much attention as they should. And the commentary community has not given it as much attention as we should because we don't actually have the hard data. We are inferring this because of the number of troops that were in the Donbass and that have been engaged with the Russian armed forces and the militias of the Donbass and Lugansk. And so that's how we're realizing that there was an invasion force that was about to enter the Donbass and potentially enter Russia as well. And that was the justification for the Russian invasion. And that's new information, and it changes our appreciation. Had I known that information back in January, I would have not, under any circumstances, said that, oh, no, a war is not possible. Because I said so. I said, famously, I said that there wasn't going to be a war. And, well, here we are. But you see my point. You can disagree. You can change your mind. But what you can't do, in my book, is to lie. You can't change your mind all of a sudden for no reason whatsoever even as the facts prove that your new position is completely wrong. You can't be lying. And that's the problem. We tolerate lies. In our society, for too long now, we have been tolerating lies and accepting lies. And I think that that's the reason we're at where we are. Europe is collapsing. The United States is not far behind. Western civilization really is teetering. And I'm not talking about a nuclear war. I'm talking about just the end of Western prosperity, the end of our civilization, which has been so wonderful. But it's collapsing. That's what's happening. And we see the poverty and misery on the streets of some of our cities. And what do you think that is? That's an expression of our loss of will, our loss of civilizational vigor. And it's because we tolerate lies. We tolerate liars. We tolerate bullshit. That's what it's brought us. Because we tolerate it because it's easier. It's easier to just tolerate something and not say anything. And I'm just not down with that program at all. And if it means that I have to have a public spat with some guy that I think is now a liar, I'm going to do so. And if people don't like it, it's not my problem, man.